to the American people and trying to deflect away from their culpability in what is a historic scandal and negative action towards the American people and Democratic Republic. The answer to that statement can very clearly be found throughout all of the documents that we have released. Again, showing that Russia has took action to try to sow discord in the election, but showed no preference for or against any singular candidate.
I'm going to do a challenge where I put beef tallow on.
Weaponization in government. How do you respond to criticism that referring Obama administration officials and even potentially the former president is just more weaponization, and this is a potential race to the bottom?
I think that's a very disrespectful attack on the American people who deserve the truth. They deserve to have faith and trust in the integrity of our democratic republic, which has been undermined by President Obama through his direction of this manufactured fake intelligence document, knowing that it was filled with lies and knowing that it would and could then be used for all of the actions that came after.
Carolyn, and I would just add, there needs to be accountability for that weaponization, Phil, that we've seen. And no one has been a victim of the weaponized government more than President Trump, not just because of this political scandal. You all recall his house was raided. So I think, it's very disingenuous for people to say, how dare they speak of former President Obama about this based on evidence and based on intelligence when the former president of the United States, Donald Trump's home was raided when he was forced to sit in a Manhattan courtroom and many other courtrooms across the country for crimes he never committed, when he was impeached and indicted, and the entire country witnessed that. That's the weaponization of justice. Now the president is back because the American people see the truth. Nearly 80 million Americans reelected him back to this office, and he believes that we need to have justice and accountability. And I think the nearly 80 million Americans who reelected him agree with that. Caitlin.
Thank you, Caroline. Two questions for Director Gabbard, just on this. Director Gabbard, you referenced the past intelligence reports and assessments on this, including that 2017 one that was signed off, as Ed noted, by every Republican on the Senate Intelligence Community, including the acting chair of the time, now Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who said in his statement that they did not find any evidence of Russian collusion, but they did find, however, is very troubling, and they found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling. One, are you saying that he's wrong in that statement that he made then? And secondly, what would you say to people who believe that you're only releasing these documents now to improve your standing with the president after he said that your intelligence assessments were wrong?
Well, first, I want to correct something that you stated, which was citing the Senate Intelligence Committee's report as being one and the same. I think you said the intelligence community. The Senate Intelligence Committee has a very different function than the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. The evidence and the intelligence that has been declassified and released is irrefutable. I'm going to let Caroline speak to Rubio.
I'll speak to both questions. First, on Secretary Rubio, he put out a statement in 2020 following that Senate Intelligence Committee report, and he said what they found is troubling. We found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling, which the Director of National Intelligence just confirmed for all of you, that Russia was trying to sow distrust and chaos. But what's the outrage in this that Secretary Rubio did not say at the time, the Democrats were saying at the time, is the fact that the intelligence community was concocting this narrative that the president colluded with the Russians, that the president's son was holding secret meetings with the Russians, all of these lies that were never true. And he also said at that time, we discovered deeply troubling actions taken by the FBI under Comey, particularly their acceptance and willingness to rely on the Steele dossier without verifying its methodology or sourcing. The Steele dossier that many outlets in this room ran as the gospel truth, and it was cooked up and paid for by the Clinton campaign. As for your second question, Caitlin, I think who is saying that she would release this to try to boost her standing with the president? Who has said that?
Well, the president has publicly undermined her when it came to Iran. He said she was wrong. He told me that she didn't know what she was talking about. That was on Air Force One, on camera.
The only people who are suggesting that the Director of National Intelligence would release evidence to try to boost her standing with the president are the people in this room who constantly try to sow distrust and chaos amongst the president's cabinet, and it is not working. I will just answer your question directly. I am with the President of the United States every day. He has the utmost confidence in Director Gabbard. He always has. He continues to, and that is true of his entire cabinet, who is all working as one team to deliver on the promises this president made. Does anyone else have questions for Director Gabbard? And then we'll turn it over to a couple other questions. Christian, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Director Gabbard, 2 follow-ups on questions that have been asked. You mentioned the previous DNIs during the president's first term. One of them reports to you right now, if I'm not mistaken, John Radcliffe. So have you not spoken to him about why this information was not declassified during the first term?
He was in that position for a very short period of time.
All right, political theater. Let's talk about some Black history. You know what I'm saying? 365, you know what it is. That's how we give it up.
Althea Gibson shakes hands July 6th, 1957. Althea Gibson shakes hands with Queen Elizabeth after winning Wimbledon, the first Black champion in tennis history. That night she danced with royalty at the Wimbledon ball. But days later, hotels in Chicago refused to give her a room. Let me tell you what happened. Althea Gibson was born August 25th, 1927, on a cotton farm in South Carolina. Her parents were sharecroppers. When she was 3, her family moved to Harlem, New York, escaping the Deep South, but not escaping poverty. She grew up playing paddle tennis in the streets, a scrappy kid who learned to dominate every sport she touched. By 1950, Althea had won 10 straight national championships in the American Tennis Association, the league created for Black players because white tennis wouldn't let them in. She was the best player nobody had ever heard of because she couldn't compete where it mattered. The United States Lawn Tennis Association refused to invite her to the U.S. National Championships at Forest Hills. No Black person had been there, not once, in 146 years. Then Alice Marble stepped in, white champion, 4-time winner, and she was furious. July 1st, 1950. American Lawn Tennis Magazine. Alice Marble wrote an editorial that changed everything. She called tennis sanctimonious hypocrites for keeping Althea out. She wrote, "If tennis is a game for ladies and gentlemen, it's time we acted like it. If Althea Gibson represents a challenge to the present crop of women players, it's only fair that they meet that challenge on the courts." The tennis establishment had no choice. They let her in. August 28th, 1950, Althea walked onto the court at Forest Hills. First Black woman to compete at a U.S. Grand Slam. She lost in the second round, but she had broken through the door. For the next 6 years, Althea fought. She traveled. She trained. She dominated. 1956, she won the French Open. First Black player to win a Grand Slam tournament. July 6, 1957. Wimbledon, the biggest tournament in the world. Althea dismantled her opponent, Darlene Hard, in 50 minutes, 6-1, 6-2, never dropped a set the entire tournament. Queen Elizabeth herself handed her the trophy. First Black champion in Wimbledon's 80-year history. Shaking hands with the Queen of England, Althea said later, was a long way from being forced to sit in the colored section of the bus. That night, she danced at the Wimbledon ball with the men's champion, Australian Lou Hode. Tradition and revolution in one moment. Days later, she came home to Chicago, and hotels in Oak Park and River Forest wouldn't give her a room. The Ambassador East Hotel, where every celebrity in America stayed, where Frank Sinatra had a favorite booth, where the Pump Room was the most famous restaurant in the city, refused to rent their dining room for a luncheon in her honor. Days after Wimbledon. After shaking hands with the Queen, Time magazine reported it. And Althea said she didn't hurt anything. The peered children was a date with the Wimbledon in the Queen that lovely removed to Time magazine. Time tried to feel responsibilities to Negroes, she told Time in 1957. But that was a burden on my shoulders. Now I'm playing tennis to please me, not them. She wasn't being aloof. She was surviving. Every tournament, she was the only black player. Every hotel, every country club, every social event, she faced exclusion. Speaking out meant losing opportunities, losing the chance to compete. She had learned to keep her head down and let her racket do the talking. Black journalists criticized her for it. They called her distant, said she wasn't doing enough for the movement, but they weren't the ones standing alone at every tournament, knowing one misstep could end everything. 1958, Althea won Wimbledon again, won the U.S. Nationals again, #1 in the world, Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year. 2 years in a row, first black woman on the cover of Sports Illustrated, first black woman on the cover of Time. In total, Althea won 56 national and international championships, 11 Grand Slam titles, 5 singles, 5 doubles, 1 mixed doubles. She was untouchable. And then she retired because she was broke. There was no prize money in amateur tennis. Players survived on expense allowances strictly regulated by the USLTA. No endorsements, no sponsorships, no way to make a living. Althea wrote in her autobiography, "Being the queen of tennis is all well and good, but you can't eat a crown." She tried professional tennis, touring with the Harlem Globetrotters, playing exhibition matches before their games. She tried music, released an album, performed on the Ed Sullivan Show twice. She tried acting, landed a role in a John Ford film. She tried golf, became the first black member of the Ladies Professional Golf Association in 1964. Nothing paid. The opportunities that came easily to white champions never materialized for her. She had opened the door, but she walked through it alone. By the late 1990s, Althea Gibson had disappeared from public view. When the Arthur Ashe Stadium opened at the U.S. Open in 1997, the day she turned 70, she wasn't invited to the ceremony. Arthur Ashe, the man celebrated for breaking racial barriers in tennis, had won his first Grand Slam 11 years after Althea won hers. But people remembered him. They forgot her. She died September 28, 2003, at age 76, in relative obscurity. But here's what they should remember. Althea Gibson didn't just break barriers. She did it without a movement behind her, without endorsements, without the infrastructure that later athletes would have. She stood alone at every tournament, faced discrimination at every turn, and still became the greatest player in the world. Her silence wasn't weakness. It was strategy. It was survival. She paved the way for Arthur Ashe, for Venus and Serena Williams, for every black tennis player who came after. Without Althea, there is no modern tennis. Shaking hands with the Queen of England was a long way from being forced to sit in the colored section of the bus. Althea Gibson made that journey, and she did it by herself. Follow for more untold black history. told you, if things didn't change, I was gonna have to change.
Pam, you. All eyes on me. You know what? I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the bump, but I don't think they know it. Straight to the depths of hell, that's where them cowards going. Street dreams are made of these. Niggas push beamers in 300 years. A drug dealer's destiny is reaching the key. Everybody is looking for something. Street dreams are made of these. Shorties on their knees for niggas with big G's. Who am I to disagree? Everybody is looking for something. Eyes on me. All eyes on me. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Gonna work out fine this time. It sure feels good to know you're mine. Now we got it back like it used to be. I want you to always be a part of me. And no, I'm never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. Oh, stop loving you. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. It's gonna work out fine this time. It sure feels good to know you're mine. Now we got it back like it used to be. I want you to always be a part of me. And no, I'm never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. Oh, stop loving you. find this time. It sure feels good to know you're mine. Now we got it back like it used to be. I want you to always be a part of me. And no, I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Oh, stop loving you. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Think it's gonna work out fine this time. It sure feels good to know you're mine. Now we got it back like it used to be. I want you to always be a part of me. And no, I'm never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Oh, stop loving you. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Think it's gonna work out fine this time. It sure feels good to know you're mine. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Think it's gonna work out fine this time. It sure feels good to know you're mine. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Think it's gonna work out fine this time. It sure feels good to know you're mine.
loving you. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Think it's gonna work out fine this time. It sure feels good to know you're mine. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop loving you. Never gonna stop. Think it's gonna work out fine this time. It sure feels good to know you're mine.
Live from the porch with Nooch. Free my nigga Booby. I'm coming home to you when something see through. Live from the porch. So I can see your heart. For I can never come soon enough for me. I watch the skies all day. Night is where I find you in peace of mind. My days are filled with free. That's why I truly give you what you need. Because you love me for me. Look us all through you. I can't help myself. Talk to a word you can find my weakest spot. Yeah. And a woman too. We must be there too. That's why I'll always be with you. Yes, I'm running like a cloud, but I'm never down. As long as you're around, there will never be no one for me. Because you're shining beneath me. Cause you never have to beg me to come to bed. Cause I walk you there each night. And if you want me to, baby, that's what I will do. That's all I'll always be with you. Yeah. Live from the porch. Yeah. Free my man Booby. Boy, one way. Happy birthday. Peace and love. Rest in peace, Chucky Thompson. Love you, big guy.
Backyard nigga. Hey, that's the front porch live, man. I ain't never seen no shit like that before. Backyard on the front porch, what they say? Hey, love y'all, man. Appreciate you, man. Free Booby. Rest in peace, Chucky. Front porch forever, man.
Tom Cruise 5'7", Zelensky 5'7", but one of them is wearing 3 inches lifts. Guess who? Celebrities do it, so why feel weird? Height hacks are just confidence hacks now. These are the new HiPads 3.0. They make you 3 inches taller without compressing, have an advanced new cushioning to ensure all-day comfort. The first time I wore them, I thought, is this how 6 feet feels? I felt unstoppable. I wore them more than 10 hours, straight to work, 0 foot pain. They actually support your posture, too. With the 3.0 launch, get them at the same price as 1.0, plus a 1-year warranty if they wear out. Limited time.
There are 3 kinds of methylene blue that you can take, and a lot of people are selling. The first one is Indian curry methylene blue. And that's because 80% of methylene blue is made in India. The second is Chinese bathtub methylene blue. And this is the new wave of drop shippers who are trying to come in and get a penny off of this new trend. Lastly, starting with us, the first ever United States manufactured methylene blue. There are now 3 manufacturers here in the United States which make methylene blue. Our methylene blue is made right here in the Midwest of the United States where it's certified. It's where C of A is from. We then get our powder and we test the raw powder to make sure there are no microbes and no heavy metals or impurities. Then we reconstitute the methylene blue to fill up a bottle with 150 milligrams and test it again to make sure the water wasn't contaminated. So now you have 3 tests showing you that there are no impurities, heavy metals, or microbes in our product. After that, we were tested randomly by some guy on Twitter, and it matched our 3 other tests. So not only were we the first United States-made methylene blue in the entire world, we are also the cleanest, and that's without a doubt. I founded this company after I got my face shattered and used methylene blue to heal my brain. I stayed on methylene blue for 2 more years after it improved my entire life, including my cognition, my short-term and long-term memory, my focus, how I articulate myself, etc. I started to give methylene blue out to my friends and family, and they all reported the same exact thing. After deep diving the research,
Go Mickey, baby. The best that ever do it. One of them. Yeah. All right, that was Go-Go Mickey. Y'all was just saying doing his famous solo. But he got a song that they called Do the Mickey from back in the day. I'm going to play it for you. Y'all need to know how strong Go-Go always been. You know, the world just catching on. But we already knew right here, you know, what it was.
Just pop the cork. Stare in the wild and if you like it or not, say what? And that's why that dog pray on, huh? Hey, we got a cat named Ricky from out of town. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. This is the metro part. Now the ladies say something guy. Yeah. And then the fellas go. I said the ladies say, and the fellas go. I said the ladies say, and then the fellas go. I said the ladies say, and then the soldiers go. Hey, we got a cat named Ricky from out of town. And he's spreading thing all around. It's just a matter of a few days. And that's just for the sleep, baby. His thing became a G. That's a real dog, baby. Hey, do the big thing, do the big thing, do the big thing, oh, do the big thing, do the big thing, oh, do the big thing, oh, do the big thing, do the big thing, oh, do the big thing, oh, do the big thing, do the big thing, oh, hey, let's show 'em how to do it, y'all.
Y'all need to see Mickey in action doing that song. You know what I'm saying? That's the young Go-Go Mickey. Been rocking for 30 years. Red Essence. It look like Breeze Metro Club. It look like they renamed it. It look like Dino's.
Whoever invented this deserves a raise. We put it target 2025, and people are still using those old, disgusting sink plugs. Come on.
King of Congo battle, y'all. Here's a LaFonte Blue, so George Fonte Blue, that is. 32 Congo players, King of Congo battle, $2,000, brand new Congo. Beats by Dre. Look here, man. Stay tuned, man, for the grand finale.
These the young bucks coming up.